What should I talk about? Well, what should I talk about? I'll talk about how I came to the spiritual path, which was rather tumultuous. I don't think anyone comes to God unless they're evoked, provoked. And I was into nothing spiritual at the time. It was way back in 1974. And I was teaching public school, and I was with a friend, and we had just come from the theater, and he was in this production, and so I ran a red light, and I got stopped. And so the policeman stopped us and searched our car. The whole thing was two black men, and my friend had just gotten a gift at the theater, and it was this box, and inside of the box was a joint. And we had no idea this joint was in the box. So my friend, at this particular time, it was a felony to have marijuana. 1974. So my friend had to go to jail. And I told the policeman, I said, well, I want to go with my friend. I didn't mean I wanted to be handcuffed and go with him. I meant I wanted to follow them in my car. But he handcuffed me, and because he handcuffed me, I had to go to jail. And I was there just for a few hours and got released. But then I had this charge of a felony against me. And because of that, I got dismissed from teaching public school. And because I got dismissed from teaching public school, I could not pay for my new 1974 Camaro. So that got repossessed. I went out to my apartment to get my motorbike, which was chained to a tree. It had been stolen. I went to the bank to get $5,000 out of the bank, which at that time was maybe equivalent to $20,000 or so. On the way home of walking 3 blocks, I was pigeon dropped. In other words, my money was taken. I went to my apartment to go inside and to weep at least, and went to the apartment door, and they had put a chain on the door. So I couldn't get into my apartment to get any of my belongings. So in a matter of a very short time, I sort of condensed it and shortened it over what happened to be over several months into a very short period there. But I was basically standing in front of my apartment going, why am I not dead? Because at that particular time, I considered all materialism life. And all of the materialism had been taken away from me. And at that particular time, I realized all I had was my breath. And I just remember looking up to the sky saying, I want to do yoga. And I didn't even have enough money to call my parents. Everything, I only had a set of clothes on my back and my breath. And I walked to my parents' house, which was way in Carson. I was in Los Angeles. And I was in the middle part of Los Angeles, which took me maybe an hour or two just to get to my parents' home. And not too long after that, my yoga practice started. And I was blessed enough to come into the presence of Krishna Kaur, who later introduced me to Sri Singh Sahib, Yogi Bhajan.